If you keep getting knee pain, shin splints, or hip aches every time you run, it's probably not your shoes or your mileage, and it's definitely not bad luck. It could be these 3 run form mistakes that you're making. And I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to fix them. Your body is incredibly good at adapting. And that's why even when you run with poor form, you might not feel it right away. But 6 weeks later, when you're trying to go down the stairs, all of a sudden you can barely walk. So let me show you these 3 patterns that I see in almost every injured runner that comes into my clinic and what you can do to fix it. Mistake number 1, overstriding. This is when your foot lands way out in front of you, your knee almost straightens out, and your leg acts like a brake. This can throw you off balance and create extra stress from your foot all the way through your spine. The common cue for this is to take shorter strides. This can often fail because it feels like you're shuffling your feet, so it really starts to feel uncomfortable, and then you just don't do it, and you just go back to the overstriding. So here's what you can do instead. So the cue is scrape the ground. You almost want to pretend like you're scraping gum off your shoe. Here's why it works. When you start to scrape your foot off the ground, it brings your foot down and pulls it back so that you're not going to put your foot way out in front of you. So try to even just right now, when you try to scrape your foot, you're not going to put your foot way out in front of you. You'll put your foot down and bring it onto the ground and pull it back. So you're going to put your foot down and bring it back. So how do you know if you're doing it right? 1, you actually might feel like you're landing more quietly. 2, you may actually feel like you're going faster because you're really pulling yourself forward. So another thing you can do is record yourself from the side and look at your foot and see where is your foot landing now. Mistake number 2 is knee collapse. The fancy phrase is knee valgus. What's happening is as you stand on one leg, your knee collapses inward. That can lead to IT band syndrome, other knee type issues, or even hip pain. So the common cue for that is to push your knee outward. The problem with that cue is you're focusing on fixing the symptom, the knee, and not the problem, which could be either the foot or the hip. There's actually a better cue rather than pushing the knee outward. And hear me out, it's going to sound weird, spread your toes. Here's why. So when you focus on spreading out your toes, you give your body a sense of stability because you're waking up the muscles of your foot that strengthen the arch. When your arch feels more stable, your ankle feels more stable, and that goes all the way up your chain and also can improve your knee stability. So here's a test. Video yourself from the front with your knees and your feet. As you watch your video, does it look like your knees are tracking forward, or does it look like your knee is still falling inward? If it's still falling inward, it just might not be the right cue. But if your knees are tracking forward, this might be the cue that keeps you from increased knee pain. Mistake number 3, heel whip. This is when you bring your leg forward and it looks like your foot is whipping to the outside or to the inside. A lot of times people will say they can feel their leg kicking the other leg. So the common fix for that is high knees or drive the knees. The problem with that cue is just reinforces more of that poor pattern. Instead, the better cue to use is drive the knees forward, not up. It forces your legs to move more in a forward motion, in a quicker motion, and it minimizes that excessive motion inside or outside. See the difference? When I think knees up, I'm pulling with my hip. It just reinforces more of that heel whip. But as soon as I think knees forward, I can feel that my leg is going forward instead of kicking out to the side. Even if when I'm excessively whipping my heel around, as soon as I did knees forward, it straightened out my leg. So here's why this worked. It's focusing more on forward momentum, forward and not up, because you're running, you're not marching. Film yourself from the back. Does your leg appear to stay underneath your body and go forward rather than whipping to the inside or to the outside? Give this a try and let me know how you do. Quick note, these 3 cues, scrape the ground, spread your toes, drive the knees forward, they work for about 80% of the runners that I work with. But what if they don't work for you? That's all right. You might need a different cue because most of our brains are a lot different. So here's what I recommend. Step 1, try these cues. Film yourself, see how you do. Step 2, if this works for you, fantastic. Let me know in the comments below and what other problems you need to overcome so we can keep you running better and stronger for life. Step 3, if you're still hurt and these cues aren't working for you, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means it's time for a full assessment. You can't fix what you can't see. Comment below or click on the link in the description. Let's set you up for your free running assessment so we can help you overcome these issues and keep you running